Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I will be doing a full tutorial slash guide of how to complete the jungle expansion. As a obvious step, you're going to want to make your way to Lost Jungle, which if you haven't, what am I talking about? If you were here, fuck. Ah! If you were here to experience the previous little mini update, you should know about the little mini quest you had to do over at this door. You can now buy gas mask, gas, gas, gas mask for $75,000. Once you get it, it'll be in your accessories. See, simple as that. You equip it, and now you can walk in the toxic gas or smoke or fog or whatever you want to call it. I would suggest using just like your glider to kind of get down here faster. It is a very long, like, little go down or area drop down. But you should make it to this little entrance bit. You just keep moving forward and you will make it to the Toxic Grove. A cutscene will play here, so heads up, the cutscene's a little long, but it shows you the entire area of Toxic Grove. So the first thing you'll probably notice when you're walking around is there will be these little dudes you can interact with, like Caleb right here. Once you talk to him, he'll ask you for, or I don't know if it is too specifically, but they will all have little quests. I suggest focusing on their quest as there's a few rods you need for their quest. Another heads up I would like to say is that the water here does damage you, similar to how the frozen water did during Fishmas. So watch out for the water. You'll see also Plagued Reaper. This is another NPC to get another rod, along with ingredients for a specific rod. You move your way and you will make your way all the way down to a river. Now this, I don't know if this river has a name, but this is like Toxic River. Now, when you go to spawn a boat in, you won't be able to spawn any boat in. That's because you need a specific boat called the Toxic Proof Raft. In order to get the Toxic Proof Raft, you have to talk to Olivia and do her quest. You gotta catch a Venomaw or a I don't know the name of the actual other fish. Didn't catch that fish. Bruno, give me a second, guys. I'm checking. I actually don't even think I caught the other fish. It's like a serpent. I know it's a serpent, right? A mycotide serpent. There we go. You can either show her a mycotide serpent or a Venomaw. I think you actually got to give it to her, and you will receive the raft. I'll tell you what the raft does in a few seconds. So there will be more of these little guys. You can get, after you talk to a couple, some will give you just random items, and then some will give you ingredients to craft the Toxin Burst Rod, which is similar to the Bat Whisperer Rod, although I think the passive works. Yeah, that's the passive. The passive works like the Bat Whisperer Rod pre-nerf, except it's a lot better and just faster. There will be all these little abundances. Also, Decayed Rod right here. You do need this, so make sure to buy this in case. Well, you don't really need it, but in order to get all the rods, you do. This is the Plague Reaper. He is the quest line for also Toxin Burst Rod and also the brand new Plague Reaver. This rod is pretty good. It has a similar passive to the Wind Elemental. But his quest is a little long. You need a decayed. Wow, that voice crack was crazy. You need a decayed Venomaw or Venomaw. Yeah, decayed Venomaw. Then you need a Blight Idol. which is the secret. You can just randomly catch her. They're pretty easy to catch, in my opinion. Then you will need a Noxic. I think it's pronounced Noxic? Noxus. Noxic. You need a Noxus Rot Bloom, which is the exotic that spawns in this little area over here. To get it to spawn, you just kind of got to fish here, just like every other update. If you get the one thing I will say, if you do get the Toxin Burst Rod a little bit before, it does have a hunt focus for Rot Blooms, so that will help. But once you catch the Noxic Rot Bloom, holy crap, you give it back to this dude, Mr. Plague Reaper. Plagued Reaper? Plagued Reaper. And then he'll tell you to catch a Wither Bloom. And you'll want like 13.5 mil or something like that. If you are struggling with Plague Reaper, what am I talking about? If you are struggling with the Wither Bloom or Wither Rot Bloom, whatever it's called, I really suggest, I'm gonna butcher the name, but I really suggest getting Pinion's Aria. This rod is so good for this, it's not even funny. I was able to catch it first try with that rod. It's so good, not even funny. One thing I forgot to have mentioned that I'm low-key slow with. The only way to catch Venomoths or Mycotide serpents, Mycotide? I don't know, dude. Mycotides are, you need a toxin boil, which is a random chance of spawning in the water. It's like boiling toxin water. But if you're tired of waiting, this dude recently got added. You talk to him, he'll ask you for 3 of the toxic jelly masses, and you'll get the what was that called again? The Noxus Catalyst, which the Noxic Catalyst is this little oh, lovely idea. Here it is, perfect. Is this little like capsule bottle that you can throw into the water. I'm gonna not use mine, or actually, yeah, I'll use mine. You throw it in the water, and it activates a toxic boil for like 5 minutes. So really good. That's how you get the legendaries, or the 2 fish you really need. I feel like I'm talking too loud. I unironically might be talking too loud. Here's the full bestiary if you need anything. They also added seeds in this update, which can be partially useful, I guess. Here's Blight Idol. If you want to figure out how to get this, preferred bait for this dude. Preferred bait for this dude. Who else should I show? Okay, preferred bait for this dude. And then preferred bait for this dude. So here you go. This is all the major things. If anyone's stuck on the Blight Pufferfish quest, I would suggest talking to. Oh look, perfect. Talk to Blight. I would suggest putting. You can only catch the Blight Pufferfish via crab cages, so I would suggest after catching it, if you want it giant, just go to the Tidefall Appraiser, because from what I've heard, he has a plus 20% weight weight buff. And then treasure appraise it. If you don't have if you can't treasure appraise, I would just suggest continuously rolling in Tidefall until you get really lucky and get giant, but that'll be a long time. So once you have finished just about everything you need to do here, we can move on to the next area. Give me a second. It's gonna take me a moment. Don't fall in the water. By the way, this water insta-kills, that water doesn't. So the river water will insta-kill you. Or not insta-kill, but it will always guarantee... Frick! It'll always guarantee kill you. The water in the Toxic Grove doesn't always kill you. Okay. You will now make it to The living garden. Yeah, that's the name. Okay, perfect. There will be these little flower dudes. Now, from what I remember, most of them genuinely don't do anything. But that's okay. They're appreciated anyway. Um, Also, you might have noticed. Where is it? Am I blind? That's right there. You might have noticed these. They're called flowers. You can open them. I'll get to you in a second about those. So as you're adventuring around, you'll notice that the water here is, clear. This water is fully swimmable. Also, you can take your gas mask off here, and there's an innkeeper. Ta-da! Innkeeper plus magic mirror. I don't remember where it is though. It's somewhere. Okay, it's somewhere around here. There will be a couple little dudes you can talk to for a quest. But your main focus will want to be this little flower bed area. So now we're getting to the little seed things. If you open the flowers, you have a chance. You will always get the pollinator buff, but you'll have a chance of getting a seed. Please give me the seed so I can. Oh my god, bro! Why do we have to be difficult today? Can you give me a seed, please, so I can show my audience? Or okay, bro. Seed. Nope. Seed. There we go. Canary seed. You can get a total of 4 seeds from this place, being cyan seed, canary seed, violet seed, and living seed. You need violet seed, cyan seed, and canary seed for one of the craftable rods in ancient archives. But what you can do is you just take the seed, you place your cursor wherever you want, and you can plant them on the dirt. That's how you get lotuses. And then also, if you have too many seeds, you can talk to this little fella, and they'll give you a random reward, like a blight idol, I think, a bloom totem, and just random fish from this bestiary. There is an exotic here. It's the garden guardian. Tongue twister from. Oh, I found the magic mirror. Garden guardian. He spawns or they spawn right here, and they just kind of go up and down, up and down. I think. I don't know. I don't remember what set path it has, but you may notice whilst you're adventuring this little area. Now, it's pretty see-through. You can obviously through it. Nectar koi. Are you thinking nectar koi? Well, nectar, that's like honey. That's like bees. But yet there's no bees. That's where you're wrong. If you go past this, you'll make it to the verdant pocket, which you can purchase verdant oath. And this is where the pollinated buff comes in clutch. When you have the pollinated buff, if you go further, you make it to the nectar den. You need the pollinated buff, because if you don't have the pollinated buff, you get damaged by bees in here. But in this area, there is honey you can fish in. Hey guys, sorry about the long wait, bro. Or actually, I'll probably edit that out, so you ain't even gonna know about the wait. So shush, don't talk about the long wait, okay? Shush. Anyway, like I was saying, this is like honey, so it diminishes your lure speed. Use a rod with really good lure. The bestiary, I didn't even show the living garden bestiary now that I think about it. Oops. My fault, guys. I'm sorry. This is the living garden bestiary. It has a lot more than toxic. 4 seeds. Flower guardian. Diamond daisy, a bunch of other stuff. And then the nectar den has nothing. You do need. There is a rod here though called the sweet stinger. Sweet stinger, yeah. But you gotta catch the exotic, which the queen bee it randomly spawns in here. Also, heads up, if you go into honey, you're slow. Oh my goodness! And over time, you'll speed back up. That is about it. I will now be showcasing some of the rods that I kind of accidentally skimped over. When I say some, I mean like one, and that is the bloom spire. If you come over here and hold out, you gotta plant a seed and then hold out the flower guardian. It'll kind of like just come out of the ground. Which I actually really like the bloom spire. It's very unique. It can like transform itself. It has different stats. I'm missing one of the things because you gotta have a rotten like flower. You gotta grow a rotten seed, and I don't have one yet, even though I caught one. I don't know what happened to it. But that is all for the new update, the Lost Jungle expansion. I received some rewards. Ooh, thank you. Anyway, that's all. If you guys like this type of content, say I'm the GOAT in the comments. Comment I'm the GOAT. If you need any help with this update, be sure to, comment like what you need help with, and I will try my best to help you out with it. If you have any questions for like genuine specifics, I can help you with that for the most part. So, comment below if you need help. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if this helped you. And that's about it, guys. See y'all in the next video. Hey guys, just a quick few words I wanted to say at the end of the video. This video was kind of recorded a solid like a day or so after the whole update actually came out. So I might have missed a few things, and also I was kind of making this video with like no sleep at all. So yeah, I haven't really been on top of the updates recently. So video's weirdly late. I also had no sleep, so the video is kind of just me yapping and blabbering. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will be trying to post again. Don't know when, but another fish tutorial coming out soon. And then, just more changes or maybe some more news about my overall YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.